Isn't the ability to teleport items kind of breaking the whole horror part of having to run past the enemies? Well, you still have to run past the enemies. Just because you send the items forward doesn't mean that you are suddenly out of danger, right? And you still have to keep moving back through the train to find more items. So the further back you go, the more dangerous it gets. Yeah. That was another idea, Ray. Yeah, having different furnaces throughout the train could be a great idea too. But the item delivery system, I guess, is a way of kind of doing that in a bit of a different way. So instead of you committing by running all the way back here, instead you commit by sending it through the tube. And then once you get back here, then you start feeding everything into the furnace, right? So it's kind of the same-ish kind of process. Little different. Yeah. I'm starting to think this furnace should be like larger. It should extend to the staircase. I feel like that would kind of look cool. It should be like extending. I might do that. We'll see. Doesn't having multiple storage slots kind of help with that? We have 6 storage slots, but even then, I feel like it's not enough. I feel like even then it's still not enough. So I want to see having the delivery system if it helps us a little bit. There's of course other items as well that you can't carry in your pocket, such as these 3 items. Man, if only I could carry multiple things. That's not what I didn't mean to do that. What if you just sell the items at the station, then you have to buy fuel at the station? I heard fucking footstep sounds. That shit creeped me out. You guys hear that too? The hell was that? Am I crazy? I heard double footsteps. What if you sell the items at the station and you buy fuel at the station? But then it's literally... Then it's literally lethal company. Because then all you're doing is just selling the items. Right? It basically just becomes the quota system. Right? It basically just becomes the quota system. Yeah, we could do a backpack upgrade as well where you can have more slots. We could. Like, it's not... Dude, why are there so many... Why are there so many bombs? Goodbye. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Oh, come on. He's being annoying and cringe. Ow. We gotta put that thing where when you fall there's a little mini game to get back up, because dude, that happens too many times. That happens way too often, dude. Yeah, we could make it so you just sell the items at the station, but then it does feel like literally basically just Lethal Company, but the entire gameplay takes place on a train. Alright. Let's just do the item delivery system. Let's see how it feels, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah. Attempt to avoid the sickness that makes picked up items attach themselves to your physical body. Once many valuable goods embed themselves into your flesh, this sausage body of yours will have a great fuel potential. You can only expect the crewmates around to start giving you the eye once that happens. What are you saying? What the hell are you saying? What the hell are you saying? Are you saying that the sausage people start becoming fuel cells for the furnace? And then your coworkers are going to be like, we can feed him to the furnace. What if we feed that guy to the furnace? That guy looks ripe. That's messed up. And a great idea, but that's messed up. Anybody ever tell you that's messed up? Anyways, watch me eat this cookie in one bite. Are you okay? No. My game is in shambles. You should add a battle pass. That will make it not in shambles. At least you have a flaccid glow stick. Yeah, that's true. At least we got that. Can I eat that glow stick in one bite? Give it to me in real life. I'll show you what I can do. Finish moving all my enemy AI to the state tree system. Nice, nice. Whew. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. Okay, item delivery system. So, checklist. We need a panel that shows if the IDS is available. in use or out of service. Panel shows if the IDS is available, in use, or out of service with a pressable button attached as well. Yes! You should be able to use the chair as a mount and it increases your movement speed by 25%. Guys, come on. Really? What if you go from station to station adding carts to your train, choosing to take on bounties of more and more dangerous carts? Well, we're going to automatically randomize the train and add more cars periodically. I don't know if it'll necessarily be a choice-based system. I think the thing that you would choose is maybe upgrades for the train. So, for example, the item delivery system being able to transport players would be one way to gamify it. Definitely. Those are ways that we could definitely gamify it a little bit more. However, at its core, like what you do in the game right now, that's the thing I'm mostly concerned about. Like the moment to moment, you know, like Suit for Hire, what is the moment to moment gameplay? Punching, melee combat, shooting, and dodging and whatnot, right? In this case, the moment to moment gameplay right now is grabbing items, bringing it to the front of the train, feeding it, and doing various little things. I think we do need to scatter more maintenance tasks around the train and different in the cars. We need to make the new cars. I think adding more variation of cars will be good. And I think reducing the quota, but making maintenance tasks a lot more prominent, I think will be a good idea. And then we need different types of little interactions, like drawers, I think would be fun. Drawers where you can find items in drawers. How about we delete the train and just play basketball? Yes! So right now I'm not concerned about, I'm definitely not concerned about the progression elements per se. I'm more so concerned about the core gameplay, like what the player does, what the players do. What if you introduce roles to characters, only allow certain roles? I don't want to do a role system too much because I feel like that RPGifies it. I want to make it so every employee is kind of like they choose what kind of things they want to do. You need basic enemies in a playtest ASAP. I think enemies will definitely add a lot to it. Just working more on that. I think working on more on that will help. Yeah, and then we need to do a playtest ASAP with other players. Like a full group of players, I think would be very good. No, I'm not worried about the concept. Don't get me wrong. I think the concept is still very good. It's just how we go about executing it is the most important part. I'm about to go to Japan for a month. When I get back, I expect a demo. Who are you, my boss? What are you, my boss? My balls. My boss. Balls. 5 push-ups. Yeah, I guess I deserve that. Yeah, sure, I you know. State trees are, in my opinion, better than behavior trees. They're also more performant. I don't know what the performance difference, because I haven't done any sort of testing yet. But they definitely feel a lot better to work with. They feel a lot better to work with, to be honest. It would appear a monster has fallen through the world because they are spamming pink squares all over the place. Yep. We should probably fix that. Yeah, I really think the monsters are going to add a lot, but yeah, the running back and forth in the train, not fun. That part is still not fun. See, now we have a full inventory. I gotta run all the way back. Like, I think the delivery system should help a bunch. I think. I think it should help a bunch. And if it doesn't help too much, then, you know, cool. We have a fun little mechanic that we can use for other things. You could make the train larger, but have less carriages. That, something I thought about was we just make the train a lot larger. I don't know, though. I don't know if that's necessarily the fix, is making the areas larger. Yeah. It could make it feel more like a dungeon kind of thing. Just be a large train. Larger areas equals more running. I think the problem right now is finding items is linear in the sense, like, yeah, the train is linear, right? Obviously. But it feels very linear. There's not much looking around and whatnot, which I think is a big problem. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that, Curses. We had a stream where we were talking about, like, we should just get really goofy with it, where it's like certain trains are like fucking wide. Like they get wide. They get like little parts that like stick out and whatnot. Like, I think we should just get goofy with it. The world is meant to be kind of a goofy thing anyway. When did I start working on the project again? I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. It's like a Hello Neighbor house, but a train. Yeah, I think doing more work on the monsters would be good. But I do think the item delivery system will help quite a bit too. The whole concept of having to run back and forth. And then making it feel a little bit more like you're running around in the train cars themselves. Like there's a little bit more to them. And like maybe there's like for example, the drawers idea I think is great. Because then the drawers make it so you have to like open up the drawers or whatnot. Which I think would be really good. Do you think a game communicates interactable objects clearly enough? We could probably do a little bit of a better job from that UX standpoint. Add 5 of each monster right now and see how it feels. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, we just need to do more with the monsters. I think that'll help a lot. There's various things that I think we can do that I think will help. I think. Variety of things. But for now, let's do the IDS system. The IDS. The Item Delivery System. I actually don't want a pressable button attached to the thing. I think you can have more varied shapes, like one cart missing its middle and the bottom and it connects from the top. I think we could definitely do a lot of weird... I think we should get more wacky with it. Get less rigid and be more wacky with the shapes, for sure. Because it's kind of it's supposed to be a kind of wacky-ish world, right? Hey, peace out, Ray. Other players would have to decompress them. I only wanted to do items because, yeah, you can send your items, but then you're still at risk of monsters getting you. And if anything, maybe we make it so using the IDS sends out a noise event for monsters. If I remember correctly, in Repo, they send a noise event whenever you send items or complete a quota or whatever, complete a little... like a shoot, right? So we could definitely do that to influence motion. Yeah. I think it's just a basis of just keep working at it. I think this game is a bit of a weird moment where it's like it's not a prototype where you can just finish it really fucking quick. It's just a basis of just keep working on the thing. It's like Japanese metal back in the day. The metal was apparently low quality, so they had to keep folding it and everything. We just got to keep folding. We just got to keep folding the metal. By the way, I could be completely wrong if that was the reason why. I'm pretty sure it was that. The metal wasn't very good, so they folded it a bunch of times to like reinforce it, right? Is my history knowledge not very good? Send item zone / pipe blueprint with button. Panel that shows if the IDS is available, in use, or out of service. We should make it so the IDS in each cart, it should be every other cart, and then we should randomly generate where this appears. I feel like that'd be cool. Randomly generate where this is. Are the minigames all located at the front of the train? No. So we just have to scatter them more in the other cars. Most of them appear at the front right now because of testing. But I'm going to move a bunch of them around. So right now, we haven't reused this. I need to reuse this. Put them in a bunch of different train cars and whatnot. We definitely need to scatter more maintenance tasks. That's another thing that we have to do. For time spent to get it from start to end, what about running away from the front cab was faster if you went under the catwalk because of wind? Higher speed could offset falling off potential by letting players tether onto the train or risk it by skipping the hold to hook up button while outside. We could definitely do a bunch of stuff like that for sure. And then that way you can't... Running on the catwalk towards the front is more annoying because your speed gets lowered technically. Coffee? A double-double? You'll love to see it. Are the textures updated? They should be. Yeah, we got a little bit more details on the top now. Nice. Let's put that out onto a tray. Am I planning to make this playable solo? That's why some of the decisions I make from a design aspect, I do want to make this game still playable solo. However, I do think we're designing it mostly around co-op play. I think that's where, hopefully, it'll be the most fun. But yeah, I think we just need to keep at it. Keep putting in things. I remember I always feel like I'm weary of that because it gets into this realm where people assume it's like scope creep or just throwing on more things at something that doesn't necessarily work. But I don't think that's necessarily the case here. I think it's just more so like just get the monsters feeling more like monsters. Make it feel more like horror. And horror is not something that you could just throw at it with no sound design. I feel like sound design is such an integral thing for it. So I feel like I just have to throw away all of the internet fucking advice that you hear 24/7 about game dev and just kind of just keep working at it. Oh, good. Any rare expensive items planning, like a player teleporter? I do want to do stuff like that. Like upgrades that you can get. I think that would be cool. That would fit in line quite well with the whole roguelike aspect as well. Whoa! What was that? Okay. The item delivery system. Prototyping key, build something raw and rough. That's what she said, and find what clicks. Like, obviously prototype, like, don't refine too much of the shit, but I feel like a lot of things that we hear about prototyping is like people get something done within like a week. And it's like, I just don't think that's realistic for all projects. Okay, item delivery system. Like, obviously I'm trying to find what clicks, right? I'm not just going in and assuming everything's gonna work. I ideally would like to playtest ASAP. The last playtest we did, even though it was technically just like a tech test, we spent like 30 minutes to an hour just doing a little bit of basketball. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But if anything, I think doing a little bit more of that, I think, is always good. Just little mini-game stuff and whatnot. But we shall see. All right. The item delivery system. Oh, man. Maybe instead of a button to launch the chute, maybe a lever. No, I think a button. I think a button. Maybe a lever? Sounds cool. It'd be funny if you stayed underneath the thing, it tried to suck you up, but then you got spit out like a fart noise came out. Like when you try to vacuum your foot or leg, it's like, and then it just spits. That's gonna be. I'm gonna grab my vacuum and record that as the sound effect. Yeah, maybe a lever would be a good one. Maybe. But for now, I think I'll just do a button just so we can get this working. Okay, so cube. Now, if we want to randomly generate this, would it be better that this is something that would attach to a wall? I feel like it is. I feel like it would make the most sense that it's something that attaches to a wall. But then if it's something that attaches to a wall and we randomly generate it, do we just make the pipe go into the wall and then the pipe doesn't go anywhere? Like we don't see it anywhere? I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's just get the thing in. I'm like picturing my the garbage chutes in my apartment. That's how I'm picturing this model. So we need 3 different lights. We need one for when it's available, one for when it's in use, or one that's like out of service. So in use means items are currently being sent through the system, which it's the cooldown system basically. Yeah. And then out of service would be the idea where there's a maintenance task that you have to complete to be able to reuse the delivery system. So something broke and now you got to fix it or repair it before being able to use it again, which I think will be great because that adds a little bit of urgency and whatnot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so okay. Put that against the wall. Sharpen these edges real quick, and then sharpen that edge real quick. And then we got ourselves a nipple. Yes. Resize that a little bit. And then we'll move that here. And then text. Yeah, I'm making the text with a mesh. Why? Because I can. Next. Oh, no, wait, no, not available. Ready. Yes. 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 We're just watching your stream from yesterday. Did you enjoy it? What did we do yesterday? We worked on the camera, the security camera. I remember. Okay, so we got ready. I don't like the text. I'd like to choose something different. How about Arial Black? It's not bad. How about Calibri Bold? I don't really know. No, I don't think so. How about Comic Sans? Oh, fuck it. Let's go with that. Maybe we do it like this. Yeah, maybe we do it like that. Okay, so ready. In use. I present to you the crimmage of the day. Enjoy. Is this my future? It's future me. But why? Whatever. Don't answer anything. What? Ready. In use. And... Okay, wait. How do we write out of service? In a smaller form that's not too, you know... broken. Ready, in use, broken. Broke. Ready, in use, broke. 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 Okay. Broke. Fuck it. I feel like out of service is great, but broke just sounds funny. It's just broke. Oh, busted. Ready, sucking, and clogged. Busted? Nah, broke is funny because it's like broke. It's like, yeah, I guess busted could be good too. Let's see how big is busted. No, I think I fuck with broke. It's like broke as in like the machine doesn't have any money. It doesn't have any money. Shit doesn't have any money. Make it so the B and the R and the E have fallen off. Oh shit, yeah, we should make it so some of the text is fucked. Oh, you know what would be interesting? What if the item delivery system requires money to run? I was literally thinking, what if we put a coin slot right here to signify that it requires money to be run? So you gotta insert one currency to use it? Or do you guys feel like that would be too much? Having to use currency? Because in the first route, right, daytime, we would assume that players are kind of just breezing through, right? Picking up some items, throwing them to the front. Yeah. Just to fuck with the users, allow them to pay without placing anything in it. Oh, you bet. Oh, you fucking bet we're gonna do that. And it'll be stuck in use. The cooldown will still run. Why? Because I'm evil. That's why. Because I'm evil. Evil! Hold on, the scale is wrong on this thing. Okay, there we go. Now, we begin. Hold on, I gotta put some bolts in this fucker. %10 chance of putting in money in the machine not doing anything. What if the machine breaks when you use it? That'd be troll as fuck. That'd be super troll. It should become tilted like a pinball machine. Right, hold on, I don't want to rotate it just yet because I want to do something. Might not be very good for the cylinder, but who cares? Who cares? What the? Oh, there's a face in the back. Goodbye, face in the back. It was nice knowing you. All right, so this we're gonna Yes, a little bit of randomization. Everybody loves a bit of that. I like the idea of having to pay $1 because then the maintenance tasks that give you money have more value in the early game. Yes, I like that idea. Ready, in use, broke. Here, Espen. Haven't been here in a while. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Do you have to fix it when it's broken? You don't have to fix it, but probably would be a good idea. Probably would be good for you to fix it. Translations for these static meshes are going to be... Oh, you think I'm going to translate these? Fuck no. Hell no. Probably not. Whoa! Okay, so we need a little coin slot. Need a little coin slot. I'm going to go off of memory. I think I know what these look like. You know, not ideal to do this, but fuck it. Since it's Friday, I thought I'd make another. This is you after 2 gym sessions. Holy shit. Why? That's my bench press max, PR, 1 rep max in the back there. 400 pounds. This did not look regular. This is a man on drugs. Hardcore drugs. Why are the shoulders like hormone tomatoes? I don't know. Drugs. You know, drugs. You know how it goes. Okay. I like the idea, not necessarily complicating this, but kind of complicating it a little bit. This mesh is going to look a little weird. Let me just say, I know. Going to look a little peculiar. And I have a bit of a weird look. That's okay. Sometimes it's got to have a bit of a weird look, you know? Sometimes it's got to look a little weird before it looks just right. Could not connect vertices. Yeah, whatever. Fine. No, don't do that. Could not connect vertices. Oh, it's because there's no face there. Aha! I see. I've uncovered the truth. It would appear I'm an idiot. Okay, so smooth that. Mark sharp. Then mark sharp here. Boundary. Mark sharp. Get the corners. Okay. A little bit of a weird pinch going on. I feel like this usually has like a bit of like a catcher. You know what I mean? How many hours do I work on this project daily? Not as much as I should be. Considering this is my job. Not as much as I should be. The coin holes should be taller? What do you know about coin holes? Hmm? Oh yeah? What do you know about coin holes? You have no idea. Do I do off-stream work too? At times, yes, I will. But again, not as much work as I should. Not as much work as I should be committing. Okay, I kind of fuck with that. I think that's fun. Please work harder. Make that $1 million faster because I want Ronin to become a reality. Huh? You just want Ronin, huh? Don't worry, I understand. No, I understand. I don't think this is... I don't know if this will make $1 million, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. The game's got to be good first. You know what I mean? We got to make the game good first. So you're saying this should be taller? Maybe we can make it a bit wider too. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah. Been around since the first Ronin videos. I would definitely like to work on Ronin. But I think by the time we work on Ronin, it's probably going to be a very different kind of game concept. You know what I mean? It'll probably be a very different game concept. Start from zero from it? 100%. I would definitely... I'd probably start from scratch, for sure. And then we can have the button to actually do the thing there. What was the reason you put it on hold? Was the scope too big at the time? I think the main big problem with Ronin is I just didn't know what I was doing with it. And I think a big proponent of that is I just didn't really know what I was doing either. So because I didn't really know what I was doing, it's kind of like a kind of moment. So I need two versions of this. One that's just a panel, because we need that version for this. Because you won't be able to send anything through here. The idea is it's just going to show like a status version of it. I think what we'll do is we'll quickly just duplicate this, move it over here. And then we'll make a smaller version real quick. Yeah. I feel like a logo would be cool though. Showing a little logo somewhere. Or at least like a name. Like the item delivery system somewhere. Maybe at the top. Have you thought about how saving works in this friendslop game? A little bit. One big thing is if a player disconnects while a game is in play and it's not the server, I think I would make it so their body is like sleeping. So they stay in they stay in the game and their body can be manipulated. And if they reconnect, they'll just reconnect into their original player body as long as it's not dead. Or as long as they didn't die. If the server disconnects, ideally, if possible, I'd like to keep some sort of save state. I think a save state would be really good. I feel like there's not enough space for a button. So your 3 friends can keep playing if the server DCs. So that's where a design problem comes in, is if the server disconnects because he has to go or do something, I'm not sure. Like, the server would disconnect. We would have to do a host migration, and I have no clue how to do a host migration system. That would be a very challenging thing to do. Alternatively, everybody, when they play a new run, it like starts a new save file for everybody, which we could maybe do. So then that way, if one friend disconnects who is the server, someone else can host and continue where they left off. I think that would be a good idea if we can make that work. I think if we can make it work, I think that'd be a great idea. Okay, so this would be just the status one. Looking good, brother. And the game looks decent. Oh, thank you, Goblet. Wow. You're good. You're good. You're too good, actually. Maybe a little too good. What is this music we're listening to? What the hell? All right, now we need a button. We need a button. We have a button. This is the button. We're just going to reuse that button. Hello, is the V1.0 ready for tomorrow's release? No. No. Come back tomorrow. Come back on Monday. It's not ready. Tis not ready. Tis not ready. Unfortunately. Being released today. No, it's no. No, I don't think so. No. You know, no, I don't think so. No, I don't know. If I put this like underneath here, and then this goes up here, and then we have all this space for the button. Yo. What if we make the size of the actual currency really small? Like true capitalism. You don't know the actual price until you see it. Or until you pay it. And then you're like, fuck. Shit. They got me. But yeah, I think one thing definitely that I would like to try to figure out is how do we make it so players don't feel annoyed when like one of their friend leaves or something like that, for sure. It's a capitalist allegory? Brother, this entire game is a capitalist allegory. You kidding me? This whole thing is one big metaphor. This whole motherfuckers are one big metaphor, you know what I mean? Catch what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One big old metaphor for life and death and shit. All right. All right, all right. Uh-oh, shit. $1, please. And then the infamous button. Huge, big button. Or lever. Big lever or button. Sideways lever. Lever that you... I was thinking of like a lever like this, but then I thought about it. I was like, what if we just not do that? What if we do something different? Yo, wait. Something crazy has come after me. What if we tilt this? Oh my god. Holy moly. Yes. Now we're talking. Yes. Oh my god. Yes, that feels very in line with the game's kind of style too. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. I'm a huge fan. All right, now we got to figure out what kind of interaction you have to do to actually activate the item delivery system. Is it a button? Is it a vertical lever? A horizontal lever? Is it a control panel? A computer? A computer screen? Maybe it's a monitor? You got to input a little mini code that just shows at the top. You just got to input it in and then push the button. It's another coin receptacle that costs another coin. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Can it just be the twisty part of a bop it? I'm kind of tempted to do a screen. Can I be real with you guys? I'm kind of tempted to do a screen. Let's reuse our little screen thing and actually, you know, make an actual usable version now. It would have to be relatively large though. It can't be too small. Okay, let's do screen. Let's do an interactable screen. I like the idea of an interactable screen. Me likey, I like. You enter a coin, pull a lever, 3 slots on the right has to line up. Cherries. That's just called gambling. What do you mean? That's literally just gambling. What if you have to pull a lever, but you have to hold on to it? There's like a little like meter. You gotta hold on to it before it warms up. It's like boom. So you gotta like really hold it on. Maybe you're onto something. Oh, the sweet spot? No, I'm just thinking you have to hold on to it. Because then that way, if there's a monster nearby you, there's a little bit of risk, right? I do like the idea of using the screen again, but I think we'll use the screen for something else. You played the Chrome dinosaur game for a while? Oh my god. I do want to do that for other mini games and other maintenance tasks. I think that would be really fun, is doing like little tiny mini games that are like, you gotta like play a mini game within the game. I think that would be fun. Okay, we're gonna make this a lever. This is gonna be a switch lever. And then it's gonna have a little power up thing on the side here, or on the side here, or on this somewhere. Somewhere there'll be something. I don't know where. Please hold, I'm thinking. I'm using my brain. Don't do that often, but today I'm making an exception. What about a tiny steam engine you gotta put tiny coal into? That's too much though, because then you're required to have coal. On top of that, money. Money's already hard to kind of come by in the first run. So, unless we give the players a little bit of starting money, which I think we can. We should give them $2 to start with. Maybe. I'll think about that. That's not very corporate friendly of me. Okay, so we got our meter. This is the thing on the right is going to be the meter. Now we just need a lever, which I think we'll just use a lever in game that we have already. This will be a different material. So, okay, everything's going to have the same material for now. We'll call it main. Link the materials, everything's got main, that's fine, that's okay. Then we'll have a progress meter. We'll assign that to the progress meter. And then in the progress meter, we want to do project from view bounds. Okay, good. Pachinko machine opportunity missed. Don't worry, we'll have opportunities for all that kind of stuff in the future. Don't you worry about a thing. We'll do a bunch of that for sure. All right, same thing here. Main, link materials. Okay. We currently do not have these lights yet. That's okay. We can ignore that for now. Let's just let's just get this going real quick. Cube projection, my beloved. Some things I think are not scaled properly, such as the text. The text is not scaled properly. It's not very good. I'm gonna add a metal in here. This is main and new metal. And then the text, I'd like to do a different thing. We'll call this text. Not progress meter, text. Text and text. The lights here, I think would be a good idea to use the same material. Yeah. This should be metal. Okay, now let's parent everything to main. There's a smoothing issue. Hello? Alarm, alarm. Turn on the alarm. There's a smoothing issue. What? This corner has a problem with me. Why? Why do you hate me? Whatever, I don't care. AI, smooth the computer, make no mistakes. Mistakes? I can't speak English anymore. I'm the one making mistakes. Okay, export. Okay, open the folder. I just exported s_cube. Whoopsies. Wait, please hold. What is this called again? This is the IDS_ usable panel. And then we'll call this the IDS. This sounds a lot like IBS, but it's IDS status panel. Yes. Very good. And then this one we also have to mark for export. And we'll export this one as well. All right, let's get into Unreal. Okay, do we have a folder for this already? It could possibly be in objects.
Shit my pants, I did.
Bri, thank you for the prime. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hey, thanks. Let's put it in objects. I was about to write IBS. I shit you not. I was about to write the wrong thing. It would have been hilarious. All right, so the panel. We need the metal will be some sort of metal. Yep, good enough for me. Where did shit my pants I did yum originate? Someone requested that as a voice thing. And then I did it because they requested it. And so here we are. And so, here we are. Nice. Looks nice and big. I feel like this bottom panel should be a different color. And then the text should be a different color. So this should be main. And then this should be the other thing. Big mistake, big mistake. No, I don't think that's right. No, I don't think that's right. I do think there should be like this paneling there, though. Okay, let's not get too stuck on the... Uh-oh. Let's not get too stuck on the look of it. We just gotta make it, we gotta make it work. We gotta make it work. Right now, big problem. It doesn't work yet. We'd like to change that. I'm working on the look again. I'm working on the look again. Hold on, hold on. I'll be out of this phase soon enough. Give me 1 second. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I won't be looking at that again for a while. Wait. Hold on. I'm not there yet. Wait, hold on. We're almost there. Hold on. Wait. Wait, what is the color of the text here? I think it is that. I think it's literally just that. Then this. Okay. Then this here is metal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we can get a move on. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Hold on. I'm almost there. Okay. So now we put the IDS status panel right here. This is the status of... I'm in the wrong place. Okay. This will need its own... Need the light. Oh, shit. Yeah, we need a little light there, actually, now that I think about it. Huh. Yep. That might need a little light sticking out, maybe from the top, a little light sticking out. Anyways, whatever. Whatever, man. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody even cares, man. Who even cares? Did I make the train model too? Yeah, it took a while. Took a while to get to that point. Okay, I want this to be at head height, so we're gonna raise it slightly up. There we go. Nice. All right. Broke. Ready, in use, broke. Shit broke. There should be some little humming noise coming from the computer. I feel like that'd be great. Like a... You know what I mean? You ever used a computer before? All right. Okay, so now the next step of the puzzle is to put the thing in here. And okay. We need the emissive lights. We need the emissive lights. Now, here's how I'm thinking of doing that. We do a texture in thirds. This will be UV'd where it is. And then whenever we have a specific value, we set that thing. That make sense? I think we did the exact same thing for the electrical box, if I remember correctly. But we did it in eighths. Eighths. Yeah, eighths. It's in eighths. I think it's a grid of 8 little squares. Let me see if I can find it. A grid of 8 little squares. All right. Guys, bad news. I have no idea where the fuck that is. It's probably not in the material library. Okay. All right. Nice. All right. No idea where that is. Okay. Right, totally. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Wait. Yes. Fuse box light grid. What did we do? It doesn't use a texture. It uses an if statement? With what? A texture coordinate? Oh. Ah. I see. I see. What is 2? What's 1? 0, 3, 4, 5, 6? This shit ain't doing nothing. It's not doing anything. Huh? Am I missing something? It does say it's using texture coordinate 1, which might be why we can't preview this correctly. Okay, seems like... we can maybe mask green to go... well, I could always do it this way as well. Don't really understand what the if statement is doing here. Don't really know what that's doing. But I guess that's a good thing. Oh, I see what it's doing. Interesting. So each one is UV'd 0. Okay, I have an idea. I know how this works. Okay, so each one of these is UV'd separately. I really should just do one of these first and then duplicate it and move it over to the other. I don't yeah, get out of here. All right, so text, and then we need another material instance called light. Yes. Right, now for light, we'll do project from view bounds, scale it down a little bit. Scale it down a little bit. And scale it down a little bit. Nice. Okay. So that's for UV0. What we could do now is duplicate that, move it to the over here. Clear the parent. Parent it to this. Export that. Go back here. Click on the button. Where the fuck I am? I don't even know. Someone help. Clicking like 5 million buttons, man. I don't know what's going on anymore. What you modeling? This is for the item delivery system. Right now, what we're doing is we're making the lights. So if it's ready for use, it'll be green. If it's in use, it'll be orange. And if it's broken, it'll be red. Yes. Yes. Very good. Now we need to find the Fusebox light grid again. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it in here. I'm going to call this m_IDS state grid. States status lights. Sure. So the fun thing about this one is it's technically supposed to have different colors. Each one of these grid spaces should have a different color. We don't need the green value. Okay. I don't know why this doesn't like work. That's okay. We'll just do that for now. So we have an if statement, each going into different sections. Very good. Only problem now is we need them to all be different colors. I'm starting to think maybe I just make this texture and export it. You know, guys, might actually be better to just, or even better, I just got a better idea. We use vertex colors. Why be stupid when we can be smart? Jarvis, how sloppy is this game? You know, well, you know, it's, yeah. Jarvis can't calculate this level of slop. It's not that sloppy. Come on. Hey, come on. It's not that sloppy. Why can't I just select light? You're going to make me manually select each one of these faces? Why can't the controls in Blender just be consistent across all of the different modes? Why do they have to be so different? This is orange. And orange is, well, it's a bit of a weird color. Orange. Set. It's yellow. It's piss yellow. I'm okay with piss yellow. Piss yellow and I, we're friends. Where am I? Okay, it would appear that my setting has... Oh, there we go. Yellow's probably better anyways. Yeah, honestly, because it's a little bit more in the middle. Orange might be confusing. Yep. Now, I gotta do this. I did it here, now I do it over there, and now I put it back over here. It's my... And now, we re-import, and then we go ahead and preview the vertex colors. Look at that! Huge success! Now, all I have to do is not make this unlit, make it default. If you'd done it in a shader, it'd be so much cooler, though. Don't worry. We got enough on our fucking hands, okay? We have enough on our hands here, all right? I got enough on my hands here. All right, so this needs the status lights. Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to duplicate again. All right, we're not done yet. If I shift click this, all of these should have a, nope. All right, so this one will be the first one. It'll be in the left. If I were to separate this grid into thirds, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit. It's in the middle of 5. In the middle of 2. Am I looking at that right? Is there a way to change the grid? Whatever. Just put this over here. Whatever. Just put the thing in the bag. Just put the whatever, man. Just needs to be 1 pixel. Just make the game, man. I'm making the game, man. I'm making the game. Are you making the game? Get in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. I hate nav mesh somehow. I always mess up my models and get some type of warping in a tiny corner. Oh, trust me. Anything AI, enemy, nav mesh, whatever. It's awful. Worst experience ever. Puke. Vomit. Puke and... Why are all the lights on? The lights should not all be on. The lights should not all be on. Why are all of the lights on? Why are all the lights on? Hold on, I need to look at something. Give me one moment. Oh, we don't need that active state. Goodbye. Goodbye. Aha! We're in! Aha! We're in. Up the metal, the metallic. Up the metallic a little bit. It's like a weird glass kind of look. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's got a interestingly bad look to it. Yes. Oh, dude. Oh, yes. Show me the money. It's a stop sign. Beep, beep, beep. Put some ray tracing on that. Turn on the screen space GI. Jarvis, turn on the screen space GI and don't let it eat 90 FPS. All right. Cool. Look at that. That looks sick. Grok, write me a fast SSGI algorithm for UE5. Yeah, sure. Let me get that on you. Okay, cool. That was good. Sometimes his genius. It's almost frightening. I love when, I think that was in a Top Gear episode when Clarkson said something about himself like that, and then something fucking broke. Oh my god. Is this for when you buy items or transporting stuff from one end of the train to the front? It is for transporting, yeah. It's gonna be for transporting. I probably should have some sort of like logo or something associated with this panel, just so you know like what it is. For now though, I'll just let the player figure it out. I'm sure they can figure it out. I'm sure it's, yeah, just, yeah. 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 Okay. We technically need to associate that panel with a blueprint because we need to keep track of whatever the state is. And I think the thing that'll keep track of whatever the state is will probably be the game state. Unless the main engine is replicated, which I don't think it is. Nope. What is replicated? No, I think we just do it in the game state. Fuck it. Screw it. Why not? Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I don't remember if we have like a blueprint that keeps track of everything. I don't think we do. The cabin manager keeps track of the cabins, but all of the item delivery systems are all going to work off of each other. So if one is used, then all of them are on cooldown for a period of time. That's the whole point of this panel, basically. Okay. Yeah, so I think we put it in the game state, and then the game state keeps track of what the current state of the item delivery system is. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay, so now we need some sort of UI to indicate how the things will get sucked in. Also, I just had a realization. What if we rotated this by 180 degrees? That looks kind of weird. I don't know how I feel, but I feel like I just twisted someone's finger in the weirdest way possible. Just something about that does not. No, I don't think so. Something doesn't look right about it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, everything is that rotation. I feel like we should just keep up with that. Okay. Did I make the hotspot texture? This one here? Yeah. It kind of, not very great looking, but it's okay. The hell's going on? Norman? All right, so we got some of the meshes in. This is basically following a very similar system. It's just that this one is also used for actually sending the items. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so trying to think of how I'm gonna plan this out. So in the game state, we should have an IDS status. We'll put this in the proper category. New friendslop just dropped. Gamble with your friends. Wasn't there another gambling game that literally just came out as well? But it was like a realistic art style. And it like copied Counter-Strike and shit. Like it literally copied a bunch of games. So I'm guessing the plot is you have to gamble and pay a debt. I'm guessing that's the plot. You got to get in there, make as much money as you can to pay off a debt. Yep. Where you and your friends share one bank account and one massive debt. Gamble, buy sketchy items, make terrible decisions, and decline to blah, 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 blah. Looks like a funny time. Something about the art style kind of looked a little hard on the eyes. I don't know if you guys noticed. Like, does anybody else notice something about the game feels a little hard on the eyes? I think it's the fuck, dude. It's the same thing happened with Cuff Bust, where the player controller like hands felt too much. Like there was too much going on. Either that or it's lagging, or my computer's lagging, which is highly probable. There's too much on the screen, man. I don't know what's going on. I think it's like the textures or something. It's like my brain is too stimulated. There's so much going on. Oh, they're doing like the whole repo thing where you gotta like fight each other. Yes, yes, I see, I see. Train with your friends. Now, I think we're onto something with train rot. Or maybe we're over baking it. Maybe we're overcooking some of it. It's getting kind of outside of the realm of friendslop and more just kind of like co-op game. Which, you know, is that a bad thing necessarily? Love how serious the logo looks, though, for train rot. We don't really have too much of a logo for us, at least. Not yet, because we're getting. I have some brand design, some people that are doing the branding right now. Actually, I haven't actually seen what it looks like yet, or at least the drafts. I like the store page where it's at the moment, though, for like the template. And then the description, I think, is fun. We have a few screenshots to update. This we got to update. Did I make that? Yeah, I quickly whipped it together. But it's, we're going to change it. Logo's going to change and whatnot. But, you know, it's good enough as like a temp. Just so we can pass through, so we could pass through the Steam verification, not verification, but like the review. Out next week? Not a chance. Not a chance. Yeah, we'll see what they'll come up with for the logo. I'm curious. Okay, so idea status is a byte. Is that the only thing that needs to be replicated? Basically, yes, for now. This is the only thing that needs to be replicated. So 0 means it's ready, 1 means it's in use, and 2 means it's out of service. How do you I guess we could send out a rep notify whenever this value changes. I guess that could be one way of doing it. So I guess we do want this to be rep notify. Which, look at that. There's already a function for it. Okay. Yeah. Then we'll do an event dispatcher called IDS state updated with an input byte status. We'll call this with the status. All good. So that way we can call events to anything that is changing. So I programmed a synth to do formant synthesis of the phase train rot. What the hell? You just that's some science words that you just said there. I would have failed that class if anybody used those words in that classroom. It only took a few hours? Yeah, whatever, man. More like years of experience. I don't know how to do any music stuff. I don't know how to do any music stuff. Music, too hard. At least you could have taken the class. Check your privilege? Yeah, whatever, man. All right. We all got different levels of privilege in this world. All right, where the fuck I am. Okay, so light index can be a custom primitive data. That means the panel is currently going to break. That's fine. That's fine. That's cool with us. We're okay with that. This is technically going to be an electrical actor. So, let's do that. Electronic actor. I might have fucked up making this a whole blueprint and not an interface, but that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing. That's okay. Nothing. Nothing to be worried about. That's all right. Okay, so status panel, static mesh, status panel. Replace the status panel with the real status panel. Then in the status panel, okay. Event begin play, cast to game state, get game state, assign IDS state updated. Status. We set the custom primitive data of status +1. Joe Pesci, news privilege. Who is Joe? Who is this man? Who is Joe Pesci? Ah, this guy. Yeah. Here, Barris. Thoughts on Sandbox? It's interesting. But I don't think I would use it personally. Just because, like, I use Unreal. I'm okay. It's cool, though. Are you doing anything special for the multiplayer of the game, like client prediction stuff, or are you using the built-in multiplayer framework as is? Mostly built-in. For the movement, I'm using the general movement component, which does some things a little differently for movement. Uh-oh. Aha! It's the last like 10 seconds of the video. Hold on. Let me see. What is it? I probably don't know what the context of it is. I can't scroll up. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna do this.
Oh, it's my privilege. Thank you.
Did he just kiss the table and leave?
Oh, it's my privilege. Thank you.
They just he didn't even say anything. He just all right. Why can't I scroll up in my Twitch chat? Man, this fucking stupid shit. Go! I got it. Joe knew his privilege. It was a privilege. Goodbye. Somebody said it was a privilege. I see. The joke is coming together. It's starting to make sense. I hear marathon music. Yeah, it randomly comes on once in a while. It does its thing. It does its thing. How did I do the lever? It's just a different mesh. Ah, I see. So here's what's going to happen. The status panel is its own blueprint. The usable panel is going to be a child of this one. So this is a child of the electronic actor, which is a child of the actor, which is a child of object / primitive something. This, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Whatever. Suck my balls. Did you just say status? Oh, brother. Status? Status? I kind of just say different words and pronounce it differently based on how I feel. Currently, I feel like status. I'm kind of feeling status right now. Status is a bit too, status. You know what I mean? Catch my drift? I gotta stand up. Hold on. Stretchy time. BRB. Hello. What the? Hey, hello?
Hey. Hey. How's it going? Where am I?
Wait, has the power not go? Oh, we haven't started the route. Yeah, anyways. The power immediately went out. That's fucking crazy. Something's not right there. I think the timer is not right. We need to reset the timer when we start the run. God, I love this security camera. Can I just say, big fan of this. I think it's cool. Very immersive. I feel like it's super immersive. I feel like every time we add more things in the world, it becomes more and more like immersive. I don't know how else to... Yeah, anyways. More little things that we can like mess around with and stuff. I love that shit. We should make it so we could click the buttons. It doesn't do anything. It just plays a little clicky noise. We have a gear problem. You know what? I gotta say, this is starting to shape up to be pretty cool. I think. Still not there yet, but it's cool. Rock. Get up, Jay. Coffee. Rock. More coffee. Send some more screenshots. They got aura. Do you mind if I show it to the stream? Or are you keeping that hush hush? Okay. How do you keep breaking? Not at all? Alright, let me see. What you got? Oh, shit. Jay's working on a underwater horror kind of game. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Is this the Satisfactory music theme? Yes, it is. The Fix-It Incorporated. Yeah, this is sick, dude. It's cool. I don't know what you could do with making the water feel more like water. Some sort of distortion, possibly? But it looks cool, man. This looks so sick. I love the like the red touches in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very cool. That's very cool. I don't really know what's going on in here though. What the hell is going on in here? There should be what's that one fish? Angler fish. The one with the light. Can I show these shots too? These are cool as hell, dude. Are you saying that you're not going to make it so you could just swim around? You're going to make it so you kind of swim on a plane? I feel like you should be able to swim a little bit like a little bit above, you know, within bounds. I feel like could be oh, you can now. Oh, I see. Dude, it looks cool, man. Hell yeah. Got sauce. It's got the sauce. Got the marinara. Basically a walking simulator with a shark AI right now, but it's got a good vibe. Yeah, just keep working on it. Keep adding flesh to the bones. A little bit more flesh to those bones, and you'll be right. You'll be right ready. All right, so this is the usable one. It gets set. Okay, good, cool. Now we just need it to be attached to a pipe. Yeah, we gotta attach this to a pipe. Right. So maybe we could put the pipe in the thing. New game, walk, get eaten by shark, credits roll. Sharknado. You won't believe what they put in this game. Hotspot painted metal. It's got a scale of 1.3095. Very specific, I know. I know. Should I just make it like 100 meters and then like curve in the wall? You know, yeah, we'll just make a curve in the wall. Can I get a pipe? Can I get a pipe turn? Can I get a pipe turn? Pipe curvature? That's not right. What the fuck? Can I get a pipe turn, please? That's not a, it says pipe small turn. That's not small. Pipe 30 turn 90. What the fuck? What are they saying? What the hell are they saying? All right. This pipe is not going the right way. All right, we need another pipe. We need a third pipe. Sir, a third pipe has hit the board. What is that pivot? I don't know, don't ask me. Ask the marketplace creator of this damn thing. What the hell? I can't even zoom in. What the hell is the point? Unreal, please. What are you doing? Oh, cock. Fine, just do that. Where am I? Ah, getting real mad. Guys, I think the pipe is way too tall. Can I be real for a second? I think this shit's way too. I think I made it a little too. Might have made it a little too, you know. Also, it needs a pipe connection. All right, hold on. I think we're. Pipe 50 centimeters. Put the thing in the thing. Bada 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 bing. Okay. Then we do this. Can't you lower the near clip plane to make it work? I don't know if you can do that in this view. I don't know. It's in the project settings. Gonna have to look there then. Gonna have to give it a gander then. I feel like it sticks out too much. Suck me in, Jim. Yeah, I feel like the pipe compartment is a bit much. Like there's a lot going on. Right. So the idea is I want this to be randomly generated in any place of the train. Currently, however, you know what? I think we just remove that. Yeah, we remove the pipe. Remove the long pipe. 20 centimeters? Do we have a 30 centimeters? We do have a 30 centimeters. We do. Update, we got 30 centimeters. We can make it look less awkward. But now I got to deal with this shit again. Can players get sucked into pipes? Not yet. It might be an upgrade. I think it would be an upgrade where you can get sucked into the pipe. Right. Okay, so the idea is here we need a box. We need a box, and the box would determine which items get sucked in. I think we should make it a challenge where players have to stack things up within the bounds of the pipe. And that should just be part of the challenge. I added stronger burns, really claustrophobic. We can't see very well. I feel like adding too many screen effects is a turnoff. Yeah, I wouldn't do too many. I wouldn't do too many. For sure. I don't know what's going on in the music anymore. What happened? And then I also think a decal would be a good idea to basically say, hey, this is where the stuff is. What the hell? What the hell? It's kind of cool. Kind of cool looking. Anyways. I don't know which way this decal is facing because it's not telling me. Also, yellow looks more like green. Am I... anybody think kind of looks a little bit like green? Also, I don't think that's the right way. Because... which way is this fucking thing? Alright. I'm stupid. Who would have thought? Red's not it. Blue, not it. Do I really not have any other decals? I was hoping I could get like a striped effect in here. Striped effect? Striped effect. The drop zone. So yeah, that is very much yellow. We're gonna make it more, I think, orange. And then I'd also like to give it a texture. Okay, the problem with the texture is aha, I got it. It's a aha, I see. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. All right. You know what? I kind of fuck with that. I don't know about you guys, but that's okay. And completely not what I meant to do, but okay, that's kind of cool too. You know what? We got options. I kind of like that. It's like a little X marks the spot kind of thing. I fuck with that. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Although, I think we should make it more orange. So I'm thinking we should copy this, go back here, paste it in here, and make it consistent with the other thing. Yes. Yes, man. Should we make the bottom right underneath a little metal catwalk? Wait a second. Wait a second. That is not scaling correctly. Something about this looks really not good. Floor? Train floor? What was the damn thing? Is it called catwalk? It's not called catwalk. Is it grating? It's grate trim sheet. Ah. It is great. If it were good looking. Fortunately, currently not fitting the bill very well. I would need a different kind of floor, which I don't know if I have one. I kind of like the idea of this as well. It also makes it so the floor is a bit different. We break it up a little bit. Okay, I do need to make a different mesh though. So I guess we could just use a plane. And then time to go into Scythe. Actually, yeah, save as a new mesh. Then in here, we want to go modeling. I'm going to go to the UV edit. Let me find the grading trim sheet. And then we'll go to UVs, UV editor. All right. Can I set a material display?
Oh.
UDIM source texture? I don't get, huh? Display background material. Ah, grading texture. Great trim sheet. I got it. We're in. We're in. Kind of annoying that it doesn't preview it here though. I have to like apply it first. So the only problem now is it's stretching a lot. To fix this, I'd have to subdivide it a little bit. So then I have a little bit more space to play with. Will the player be able to steal other trains and run away from police trains? Listen, this isn't fucking Grand Theft Auto Train Edition, okay? This is train rot, okay? Get it right. All right? Okay? All right, good. Glad we got that out of the way. Oh my god! It's like actually subdividing it. There we go. I wish I could see what the actual, like, mesh was. Oh, there we go. Sure. Just do that. Okay, now I can go into UV edit and start doing some of my magic. That's not it. UV editor. Oh great, it removed my thing again. All right, so now what we can do is take this and then scale this out. Now what we need to do is separate we need to separate this UV from the rest. So split. Then we can scale this up. Try to find the right-ish spot for it. Looks good, however, we now need to modify these. Stretch these out a little bit. Okay, looks good as well. Apply, save. All right, now we can apply that plane to the thing that I have here, and I don't remember the name of the plane. I think it's plane 2F43579424435, something like that. I was really off. It's actually plane 988F. Select the, thank you. Thank you. It did not want to select it for some reason. Cool. I think that's good. Maybe make the box slightly larger. I kind of hate how the whatever. It's fine. Will there be a relentlessly cheerful small child on your back? This is not pragmata. Poor choice, Crim. That was the main complaint on Cyberpunk 2077. What, not being able to steal other people's planes? Not planes, trains. My brain isn't scrondles. Scrondles? That's a new word. Scrambles. My brain is in a scramble right now. Plane rot. Sequel confirmed. Plane rot. That would be pretty funny. You and your friends are plane attendants. Hi, can you give me a quick guideline on how to make a multiplayer, please? How did you learn how to make it? I'm still learning. And I don't think there is a general guideline. I would say just get in there and read a couple little things on replication and then hope everything works out. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's fine. We don't really need that because I just need to test this for now. So now we need a button. I need a button there that we can push. Okay. I was thinking a lever, but I'm starting to think of just a button because I'm too fucking lazy. Like, you should keep the pipe blocking the door. I don't know. I'm not going to keep this here. It's just for testing it. I just want to know the logic behind a server of lobby. Can you make it in Unreal, or you make it in Steam in some other way? I use Steam Core, which connects to the Steam SDK, and essentially one of the players is the server. I think it's funny. I feel like something we need to do with doors is like when it stops instantly, it should assume that it's doing like an impact. I feel like it should need like some sort of sound effect here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. We need a button. I need a button. Get me the button. I need a button. I'm going to use the button from the start and stop button, which is somewhere in here. I'm pretty sure. Theoretically, can we play your game right now, even if it's not published yet via Steam? You can use a testing Steam ID, but generally you need a Steam ID. So like, you just have to have the app ID on Steam, and then you can assign this app ID. So we've already done some multiplayer testing, even though it's not public, through Steam. It's not in this folder for some reason. It's in objects. All right. Steam users can do it without buying the game or game being published. Yes. If I'm understanding your question correctly, yes. Right now I just need a button just so we can test this, and in the future we'll do like all of the other stuff. I kind of like it being right in the center. Kind of, yeah. Nice. I like that. Or maybe slightly offset? No, right in the center. Hell yeah. Grain Rot, basically the same game, but it's set on a farm. This is going to be all of my sequels. We're gonna have a lot of. we're gonna have a ton of sequels. Plain Rot, Grain Rot, Crane Rot. Fame Rot. Boat Rot. Boat Rot doesn't really get off the tongue too well. Yo, T-Nam, how's it going? Please have a PC with a TikTok type thing on it and call it Brain Rot. All right, I'll think about it. If this isn't the place, as well, would you be down to playtest my game? I'm trying to get devs to give feedback before release in 2 months. Cheetah, if you have video footage you want to send to me of the game, screenshots or whatnot, like YouTube links or whatever, I can provide a little bit of feedback through there. But generally, I just have a set in stone rule where I just don't playtest any games. It's just, yeah, for security reasons. I just don't playtest any games. I feel like the button should be green. No, I feel like, maybe we could just turn off the button if we can't use it. Cool. Okay. Now we just got to make it so the whole the thing and the item and the thing and the go to the thing and the thing and then the bada bing. Yes. Yes, man. Hell yeah. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna hard code a location. Yep, I'm hard coding it. I don't care. I don't care. 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 I kind of care, but I don't care. I kind of care, but I don't care. I think if I remember correctly, we make it so items are sent to here, like inside of the thing, except I think this has no collision with a physics actor. I think. Right. Oh, it just has no collision at all. Well, that's psychopathic. Yeah, it's fine. So the target point is over here. We could probably put it like here. Okay, so I need to keep track of this location. Can I copy and paste it into a variable? Let's see.
Yes. Yes, man. Hell yeah.
We're hard coding the location. Why? Because I can. Because I can. Is it stupid? Yes. Yes, it is. Bum 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 ba-do-do-dum. So for now, we're just going to teleport the items. For now. All of the items in the zone will just be teleported. Because we're not going to do any animations yet. We just got to get this thing in the game and testing and whatever. And yeah. Okay? That's the plan. All right, that's the plan. Get it in. And then figure out the rest. Is interactable? Yes. Is handleable? No. Interact? Yes. So for now, whenever you interact with it, first we got to cast to the game state. And we got to ask it, can we actually do this? And also, I think we want to do a has authority call here. IDS status. If this is equal to 0, then we allow ourselves to interact with it. And then what we'll do is we'll do a scaled box extent, box overlap, actors. Okay, get world location, blah, 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 blah. Object types, make an array. We're going to do physics body, I think is what it is. And then actor class filter, item pickup. All right, item pickup. And then for each loop, teleport, destination location is send to location. All right, moment of truth. Here we go. Maybe it's not big enough. Ah, it would appear it's not. Okay. We need to make the box slightly larger. Which is honestly okay. Okay, let's try that again. All right, here we go. Throw the flashlight in, push the button. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? For now, it just teleports it. Let's quickly test that in multiplayer. What the hell? Okay, you go in, you drop your item. Very cool. Then you push the button. Wow. It just works. And then what if you go in, you go here, then you push the button. Nice. It just works. Yes! Okay, cool.
Shit
Things
my
are working.
pants, I did.
I think. I think they're working. I think they be working.
Bezos Bakshko EEE.
Mayor Awesome, thank you for the prime. Thank you, thank you. Hey, thanks. Why was the other player staring at your chest area? We don't ask questions. We don't. We don't ask the. We don't. Don't ask. It's fine. It's fine. It's nothing. They just look at the wrong place sometimes. Sometimes that just happens. Okay, next up, we need the in-use cooldown. Okay? We require the cooldown. So every time you use the system, it should go on cooldown. So in game state, we're going to create a function called IDS used begin cooldown. So we'll set this to 1, and then we'll set a timer by function name IDS reset set to ready. We'll do after 10 seconds. Teleportation equals margin for dupe glitches. Don't worry. We're not gonna... No one's gonna break anything. Don't you worry. No one's gonna break anything. Hopefully. Hopefully nobody breaks anything. Well, I hope not. At least. Okay, we got our 10-second cooldown. This also means, will we see the index change properly? Oh, I forgot to call the event. Right. That does happen once in a while. Why is my music lagging? Why is my whole Spotify lagging? Uh-oh. Is my computer exploding? What's going on? Ryder is eating 8 gigabytes. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? That's so important. Ryder stealing your data? Real. How much dead to WM you got? I think I got 64. Okay, so they go in. Use the system. Now it's in use on both client and server. And now it's green, baby. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Okay, let's bring that there. Click the button again. Let's try doing it again. It shouldn't allow it because it's currently in use. All right. Holy moly. We're so in. Now, the other thing we need to do with this is the status updated event. We need to change the button and the look of the button. So if this is equal to 0, Let me see. How does this button work? Electricity, emissive, item highlighting. I'm kind of surprised that this doesn't have an alternative system for this. It has the emissive parameter, right? So we could just set the parameter. We could set the vector parameter. I would rather this be a color. So if false, it'll be black. If true, it will be whatever this color is. And then this, we'll set the visibility. To true if it is available. All right. Okay, we'll just test this on the server because I think it should be fine. Yo! Wait. Oh, I just noticed the point light by default is not set to visible. Wait. See, you can still push the button and nothing will go through and you waste it, basically. Listen, it's not my fault that you wasted it. Nice. Cool. All right. It's like a little laundry machine kind of. It's got a laundry machine vibe to it, which I think is great. I think that's very fitting. Now we just got to figure out where do we place this. In every car. Not every car, but technically we should randomly generate where it should go. Will I be able to select each cart with it? That's the thing. I do want it to be a bit random. Like every other car. Well, for now, I think we're just going to lay them out in certain spots, set places, and then we can kind of go from there. Okay, cool. It's in. Is that everything that we needed for this thing? A panel that shows if it's available, and then send items. Yeah, the bulgy material, but I think we'll do that in the future as like polish. Right now, this is just to test if the mechanic feels good. This is literally, this is prototype, basically. And then if we like it, then we can start adding the actual like details, holding the button, that kind of stuff. If anything, the stuff that I already did was a little bit too much, but it's good user experience stuff. Okay. Sick. All right. Now we do want to tie it into the electricals. And then of course it doesn't have a broken state yet. That's going to have to be a thing that we do. All right, well, let's just start laying out in some of the cars. And then it'll be in those preset cars. So I think the apartment makes sense. In this big open space, we could put it. Now, you're probably going to be wondering, okay, Krim, where's the pipe going? Don't ask that question. Refrain from asking that question. just don't ask the, listen, do me a favor, just stop asking questions, okay? Sometimes don't ask. Okay? We don't know. Nobody knows where that item is going. It's just going into a pipe. I think here's pretty cool. It's like a nice little open spot. If you're so willing to mess with your tutorial books, saw this video that might allow you to understand how to do the pages stuff. I got the pages working. I did get the pages working. How I solved origami. Huh? No, don't worry, I got the pages. I got the pages working. I'll show you in a second. I'll show you in a second. It's pretty cool. Okay. Now let's put it in maybe 2 more levels. What is cabin 2? Oh, it's this one. I feel like it makes sense to be able to send items in the cargo area. Where would be a good spot to put this pipe? Right here seems like a pretty good spot. Possibly. It is in the way of the rails, though, but... who cares?
Whatever. Who cares?
Don't bother me. It fits the area very well, I'd say. And then let's put it in maybe 1 more level. Flatbed could work, but there's not really any place to put it. Library could be good. Where in the library? There's not really a... I guess over here? In the corner? Can I get like a recent and put... Yeah, there we go. The item delivery system. Now, ideally, I wouldn't want to put this in every single level, but I feel like the office seems like a good spot to put this too. Somewhere in here. I think right there. Right in the middle of the office. It'll give this place some color too. But I think what would be cool is that these are either randomly placed in the level or they're not there. I feel like that would be kind of neat, is like there's a chances of it not appearing. I just forgot, I didn't tie the electrical components to any of these. Whoopsies. Not a huge concern, but kind of important. Okay. Now, it's time to playtest. To see if it works as a substitute for running to the back of the train. All right, here we go. Get off the train. Got myself a shovel. So where was the thing here? It was in the back? Okay, so we got everything we want. We can probably stuff more things in here too. What the shit is going on? It's bouncing up and down. It's going crazy style. What the hell? Dude, there's so many items over here. I'm already feeling pretty good about the delivery system. Because I don't feel the need to go right back to the back of the train. Send it. Quick. Is it only sending one item per? It's only sending an item, a singular item. Wait a second. This is bullshit. I don't remember setting it up like that. There's literally a for loop. What? Wait, what? I'm not crazy, right? Like, you guys are seeing this? This is going through the for loop and it's only giving us the first item? Now it's not sending anything. Oh, it is. You sure you're getting all the items with the node right before the for loop? Do you think I have to save this as a variable? Side effects of code. Yeah, a couple little side effects here and there. Huh. Well, let's go see what happened at the front of the train. And I'll also show the book real quick, what the book looks like. Yeah, that looks about right to me. But why was it doing that? I don't know, let's just save it as a variable, I guess. This is unrelated, I think. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, let me show you the book. We got it mostly working. It's not 100% pretty. And I'm probably going to redesign it anyways, because we're probably going to get new proportions of what the manual is going to even look like anyways for the employee handbook. But yeah, we got pages turning. We can turn backwards as well. We just have some little stuff to fix with it. Mostly the animation. Alright, perfect. Perfect car to test our items. If I can find any items. I also, remind me to fix that. That's just a little vertex painting that we gotta do on that plane. Where are the damn items around here, man? I see a glow stick up there. Are all of the items in shelves? What the hell? Did it really only spawn like 3 items in here? 2? 2? Well, spawn item fire extinguisher. Alright, moment of truth. It's still only sending 1 item. I think this is calling it twice. I think this is calling it twice. I have a feeling this is calling it twice. Because I think the interaction system calls it on client side and then calls it on the server. So hold on. We might have to do something a little funky here. I think it's calling it twice and then that causes the for loop to get cut off. That time it just didn't even do anything. Okay, we're just gonna... I'm gonna do some stupid code. I'm gonna do some little stupid. Actually, no. This should make it so it doesn't double call. At least, if that's what it is. I don't know if it is. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I'd break one on the started loop to see what item it actually registers. Yeah, that's probably gonna be my next bet. Now it's just not doing anything. It's not even doing anything anymore. It's my interactability. I think I have it set up in a way where it's a bit stupid. When you call interact, it will call interact upon interact with actor, which will call it locally and then on the server. Which I know, not really smart, but that's how we have it. We should probably only call this RPC if the value is valid, by the way. That would probably be a smart idea. But for now, oh, you know what I'm realizing? Do we have to set this to replicated? I don't think we do. I don't think we need to, but let's do this real quick. Is it a replicated actor? The thing is, I don't know if it needs to be a replicated actor. It might have to be. We might have to make it a replicated actor. But the thing is, I don't think we need to, because the only thing that we need to do is call it from the server. Let's see what that for loop gets, if it even calls the for loop. Is this for each loop just fake? Is it fake news? Like, what's going on? Just delete the for loop and create a new one? Yeah, is this thing haunted? You guys think this is... I think this thing's haunted. Let me, we'll break loop the interact as well. Weird things are happening right now. All right, library. All right, wrong side of the library. Other side of the library. Okay. All right, put that there. Put that there. Put that there. It's doing something because it's being called in use. And the only way that happens is right here when it begins to cool down. I think it's time to restart UE. You might be onto something. I'm so hungry. What do I eat? All right, well, let's see. Pizza. Shit. Lobster? More specifically, Domino's. All right. Your ability to provide suggestions has been revoked. Your suggestion slip has been revoked. Arby's, maybe? What about nice crispy chicken from Chick-fil-A? Nah. Caviar? Can I tell you guys a story? My friends and I, we went to a like a food and drink place. And most of the samples, all of the samples there, as far as we knew, were free to try out stuff. But then we ended up at a caviar place. And apparently there was a very tiny sign that said samples cost whatever amount. And so we didn't see that sign. It was only in one angle. So I was like, oh, let's try, we could try a sample. And I was like, there's no way they would give a free sample, right? And then we tried the sample and I was like, yeah, it's all right, I guess. Kind of overhyped, to be honest. Caviar, you know, whatever. Then she pulled out the ATM. the little pay machine. And it's like, all right, so split bills? And I was like, huh? I probably could have had like a Karen moment where I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Where's the sign? We didn't see the sign. They didn't, she also didn't tell us that you had to pay for the samples. But I was like, whatever, fuck it. Let me just pay. It's fine. You sprint out of the restaurant. No, it was in like a venue, like an expo thing, right? We just, you know, it was like, I wasn't fucking with it. Whatever. I'll bite the bullet. My own fault. Technically their fault. In the UK, if you didn't have a knowledge of being charged, you can't be charged by law. I probably could have said some shit because, like, when we asked for the sample, she wasn't like, oh, by the way, it cost this much. How much did I pay? You don't want to know. I don't want to remember. I want to get a concussion so I can forget that ever happened. Okay? All right. But yeah, that was bullshit, to be honest. That was kind of bullshit. But yeah, funny story about caviar. Honestly, caviar, for the price that you pay, I would much rather like a big tin of those like red fish eggs, which I think is also caviar. I'd rather that than like the rare caviar that you get. What does caviar taste like? Honestly, if you just took water and then put a bit of seawater in it and then some sea salt, that's basically what it tastes like. Yeah. I'd rather just give me the fish eggs, the red fish eggs. Those, yeah. Sounds horrible? Yeah, basically. It doesn't really, it's not, who gives a fuck? I feel like it's just become a commodity for like rich people. Like, caviar, and it costs $500. It's in a fancy tin. Whatever, fuck off. Yeah, it's literally just fish poop. It whatever, man. I don't know. You cannot, hey, listen. For the amount I paid, basically, in my entire lifetime, I don't think I'm ever going to give a fuck about caviar. I'm not even curious about it anymore. You know what I mean? So, if anything, I paid a good price. Even though it was a sample that I didn't know it cost money. Where the fuck I am? How is this system not working? I'm getting really pissed off. How is this thing actually not working? Why? There's a for loop. Array, the thing. We just put this boolean to save the issue. You know, Wilson? I had no idea this even existed on Twitch, and I'm stoked. What, the game development category? Oh yeah, let me try breakpointing now, again. Let's see if it works now. What is going on? This code is weird. All right, pull up the fire extinguishers. Aha! Now we're getting breakpoints. Okay. Step into the next node to be executed. Recently used, false. Okay, next node, next node. True. Okay, next node, recently used. Box overlap actors, number equals 0. Sending items, number equals 0. Now it's suddenly 2. Okay. Fire extinguisher and fire extinguisher. So it's going through the for loop macro. Teleport. Sequence. Assign. Test loop condition. Assign. Loop body. Teleport again. Sequence. Assign. Clear. Well, now we know it's breakpointing, which is good, but now it's doing weird things. Okay, okay, hold on. Let's do a full review from start to finish of the code. From start to finish, okay? Start to finish. Do we have to, for some reason, do this? That would make no sense. Just completed my first year of programs. I'm exploring many paths. I'm excited to see people stream this. Hey, hell yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of other people in the science and tech category. Or I don't know what they call it anymore. What's this called again? Software and game development. Yeah, right. Okay. Sorry. They've changed the name of this category like 17 times. So, what up, Shaq? Grim, can you review my PR? No. No. What's the send location? That's like it's this spot right here. This target location. I know I hard coded it, whatever. Not the best thing, but it is what it is. How long have I been doing game development? I think like 12-something years. 12-something years, I think. Registers 2 item actors, just fails to teleport them, which is weird. You know what? It might actually be the smooth sync. It might be smooth sync. Yeah. Okay, here's what we need to do. We're going to have to cast to the item pickup. Not ideal. Smooth Sync has its own teleportation system. Teleport the player so that position will not be... Wait, hold on. Teleport the player so that the position will not be interpreted on known owners. Use teleport on the owner and the actor will jump to the current owner's position on non-owners. What's crazy is that I'm calling this all on let's try set actor location and then call teleport from there. What's the worst that could happen? I think teleport is just a dumb node. I don't know why. I googled it and it seems people have fixed this using a reverse for each loop. Huh? Huh? Are the items replicated? They are, yes. And they use smooth sync. Is it really as bad as people say it is? Game development? I'm in a bit of a peculiar situation where I own my own company, I guess. I make my own, I self-publish my own games. I think everyone's going to have different opinions of it. I think people should only do game development if they really, really love doing it. Otherwise, there's tons of other software development jobs that are much better for money. And possibly stress. And yeah, 5 million other factors. But you know, that's, hey, I love what I do. Even if sometimes it wants to kill me. All right, let's try this again. Maybe it fails at the teleport. Because Smooth Sync is maybe trying to bring it back. Alright. Spawn an item. A bunch of them. Give me a bunch of fire extinguishers. Here we go. 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, go. Yes! Oh my god. Teleport. I'm never using teleport again. I'm out of here. Not having to deal with gamers. I don't know. I think with any software development place, you're probably going to deal with customers in general. Yeah, gamers can be a bit, you know, the gamers. Could be a bit weird. Could you look at the source for teleport? I'm curious why. I think in this context, I think it's because of the way that the items are set up. Our items use a plugin called Smooth Sync. It's possible that Smooth Sync uses set actor location for stuff and not teleport for stuff. So it's very likely that the teleport tries to get called and Smooth Sync catches up and then re-teleports it back. Almost like a maybe it's the extrapolation or the smoothing or something. I think it's something to do with the Smooth Sync plugin just causing it to not go through. Yeah. Imagine it's awesome to have complete control over the creativity of the project with your own game dev company. Yeah, it's nice. I do whatever I want to do. But of course that comes at risk, right? Comes at risk. If the game fucking dies, well, who's at fault? Possibly. Yeah. All right, we got it working. Dude, we streamed for 4 hours? What the hell? Okay, let's do one more gameplay follow through. Again, I just hit the button twice. I have no idea if that's going to cause a bug. I don't think it should, but there's a likelihood that it could. Alright, put a gear in there. Put a gear in the gear. Coffee. What the? Coffee time. Put that there. Anything else in here? Well, I guess we'll send you off. Goodbye. You can teleport a chair using the item delivery system. No? You cannot use a chair, I think. Teleport a chair using the IDS system. Is that really all the items in here? Alright. Get my flashlight out of here. We're gonna get back to the train. Uh-oh. 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 It would appear there's danger in here. And a few nice goody items in here too. I'll go in the next car. I'll let them be. Got a sponge over here. And some uranium. A uranium rock. I do think adding the $1... There's rats in here. I do think adding the $1 will be good, because then you kind of choose to send the stuff. You're a little bit more smart about sending stuff, rather than immediately just using it. Can you teleport the rats? No, it's only for items, although that would be funny. Well, I have jump scares. There will probably be a form of jump scares, but not like too in your face. I think. I don't want to make it too, like, annoying. Is the train moving or is the world around moving? The world around is moving. Okay, these guys will not leave. They're just stuck in here. Open the doors or something. Whatever. I could, like, bait them out, but... Alright, let's take a look at our mess. Let's take a look at the mess we made. Alright. Guys, the shovel doesn't... Guys, the shovel does not fit in the thing. Wait, I need this. Yeah, all of that work and we're only halfway quota. We gotta revamp how we do the item system, I think. I'm stuck. We gotta revamp that stuff a little bit. Oh, hey, look. A spare sponge. Okay. Yeah, we need to make the monsters get aggroed to the things when they make noise or when they get activated. They need to cost $1 when you use them. I do think the item delivery system is good. It's just, there's not enough items. Okay, where do the monsters go? Great, we got this all to ourselves. Does the IDS require / use electricity? It will, yes. And it will also periodically break. Another player? Ah, yes, another player. Of course. Dude, we literally melted the entire level. We melted every single item in the level. And, that still didn't get us to the quota. Make the player think it's a free sample, but it costs $1. That's diabolical. I like your thinking. Satan? Is that you? Oh, wait. What? What the? Huh. That shouldn't be allowed. Whatever. Didn't you press the button twice? I don't think that's because of the button. Is it? That would be crazy. Can you imagine that level of bug? All starting out from because of the button? Oh, great, the power's out already. Okay. I think we should make it so items feed the fuel more. Either that or we reduce the quota amount, because there's no way we just went through the entire train. I think we went through the entire train. And we didn't, we literally can't advance. So we gotta spawn enough items for it to, so then that way we, can actually advance the game and not soft lock players. It's gonna be pretty important. We need to spawn enough items for the game to not get completely locked up. What the hell was that? I like let go of it. I let go of the item. I like accidentally grabbed it and then let go. That's funny. Huh. Whoa. Is the monster still in here? What you doing? We need to give him sound effects. I feel like he feels very empty at the moment. I feel like he's very empty. Kind of void of any thinking. Imagine if he, like, looked underneath the table. That'd be crazy. If he could look underneath. He looks like he's asking for a hug. You know, he's just, yeah, he's misunderstood. That's true. He is misunderstood. Nice little monster hug. Hug your eyeballs a little bit, you know? Alright. We are kind of getting somewhere. We'll do more work on Monday. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I gotta work on the Suit for Hire DLC this weekend, most likely. But I gotta figure out food. I gotta figure out some food. I'm getting kind of hungry. Maybe pizza. I like the idea of pizza. Have I started working on the DLC yet? Not really, just more so planning. Probably still gonna do more planning, like writing stuff down, like how I'm gonna approach the roguelike. Because I have no idea how I'm gonna 100% approach that just yet. Yeah, pepperoni, probably pepperoni. Maybe margarita, I don't know. What about a monster that turns you into a pizza? We already have a monster that turns you into a hot dog. Okay? We already have the chef. Hawaii? Mods? Ban that man. All right. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Have a great weekend. Peace out. I'll see you on Monday. Stay hydrated and